So we are back again today. I wanted to comment on the Gelo and Miss Nikki baby stuff that's going on because it's just on my timeline, and I just anything that I see of any of the Ball brothers, I definitely watch just because let's not sit up here in front like their parents didn't bless them with the genetic winning pool because all three of them dudes are fine, okay? So anytime I see them on my timeline, I take great care to watch the entirety of whatever is going on. With that being said, though, Jello is low-key kind of trifling right now. But are we shocked and surprised that a young man that is an athlete, okay, first of all, just being a professional athlete in and of itself is enough for us to just automatically assume that you're probably for the streets. It's just a part of the archetype. Then he is also now a rapper, and like like his songs be hitting. Now granted, I don't really know why he's rapping about thug life when I don't know if he's experienced that type of stuff that he's making music about, and that's just my own personal opinion about music in general. However, like, are we gonna, like, those things don't necessarily produce a faithful person. And on top of that, on top of him being a professional athlete and a rapper, he got bread and he's fine, okay? And he likes to spend money, okay? So he has all of the makings of someone who you probably should not take seriously. Like, it's a flex. Like, you got to be careful with men that you're around that, like, it's a flex to be with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a flex to say that you're with Jello. Like, that's a flex. And so I'm not saying, like, definitely talk to successful men, definitely do all that, but like, you have to be aware of all the things. Like, if you're going to really take him seriously, he can't be too fine, you know what I'm saying? And an athlete, like, you're already playing with fire by talking to a professional athlete. You're already in the fire by talking to a rapper. You're already in the fire by doing that. And he's famous. And he's fine. And he got two fine other brothers that are also famous and rich. Like, even just being in his proximity, if you're into that dynamic, even just being like associated with him, you have opportunities to be in other spaces. So, like, Miss Nikki baby, what is going on? Okay, girl. And allegedly, when she got with him, he was already with somebody else. So I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm just saying, like, to be honestly real, like, are any of us shocked that this is what he did? Now, it's trifling the way he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's trifling to take a picture and post it with your new girl when your other girl is, just had a baby 2 months ago. So, that's kind of crazy. But also, we really don't know what's going on in those situations. So from our vantage point, that's how it looks. But like, are we really shocked? And then people are going on their high horses. Oh, as an athlete, can we normalize this and this and that? It perhaps that is what the culture is of that. And like, if you entertain someone in that space and in that realm, you just have to understand and know that you are accepting a lot of other things too. It's already like successful men in and of themselves, like when they get to a certain level, they already got, undies being thrown at them. Let's just keep it real. And they might be doing the same thing. So like, you got the nerve to get with someone like that too, and then be shocked that he cheated on you. Maybe it's not that he cheated. Maybe it's that he went public. Let's got my do not disturb on, because sometimes my text be coming in. All right.
Another day, another poor woman finds out the man she's with really ain't ish. And poor Nikki. Y'all, she just had this baby. I mean, Granted, it was October 2023, but she just had this baby. And look. You already knew the story was about to be about a man. Just look at him. Just terrible. Now, Nikki just recently posted...
She wanted to say just fine. She wanted to say just fine. Like, she wasn't even making a mean face when she said just terrible. Run it back.
She just had this baby. And look. You already knew the story was about to be about a man. Just look at him. Just Just terrible.
Is that the face of someone that really wanted to say terrible? You know she wanted to say just fine. Because he's fine. That's true.
Now, Nikki just recently posted this on her IG, so let me read it for you. Now, she said, I see everyone has been sending me, and then she tags her baby father, is cheating on me.
That's so embarrassing, though. Like, that's trifling. I feel like if you're... Now, they could be doing this for publicity as well, but, like, if you're in a relationship, at least you should know that it ended before you're getting tagged in pictures. Now, this could be 100% for publicity. He does have a new song coming out, and she is in the world of reality. And then whoever he's with, she's also really pretty too. But whoever he's like parading around now, perhaps she wants to come up as well. So this could all be just a interesting PR stunt that they're pulling, because perhaps Nikki Baby and Gelo's relationship wasn't even real in the first place. Maybe it was one of those things that people do so that, you know, they both get clout from it. So we don't know. We really don't know anything about the situation. We're just assuming. All right, continue, sister.
I want to clear this up and speak my truth. I am just as surprised as you are. We spent 3.5 years together, and last week he decided to walk out on his kids and tell me that he's got someone else pregnant, alleged.
Okay, because I didn't like watch all these. I just like was like, oh, okay, let me save this one. Let me save that one. But what? Oh, that's crazy. I can't. May this love never find me or anybody watching this, okay? Because we just had a baby, and then you're going to tell me that you got somebody else pregnant and you're going to leave? Oh, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. If this is real, because like I said, this could be a story, but if we're going on under the assumption that this is real, that's low-key wild. That's wild. Because that's personal. He must have, if he did that, he's been waiting to pull the wool over her eyes, because that's kind of wild. It's kind of wild.
And now is creating a new life with her. We were just happy and planning family photos. I am beyond blindsided by this whole thing. The ultimate betrayal is not even the word. My daughter is not even 2 months old, and dealing with this and postpartum is very hard. She said,
ooh, not the postpartum. Not when you need the support the most. Shira 7 says, stay away from them fine boys. She never lie.
Please pray for me and my healing, because I will get through this. I really dislike men. I have to be strong for my kid.
I don't really dislike men. I don't agree with that statement. But like this type of dude, yeah. Shiesty.
But I have absolutely no words. Karma is real, and God don't like ugly. I hope it was worth losing his family. She then posted this in her story after she had posted. That was really sad. Like, I'm not going to go on a rant about how terrible men are, but it was really sad.
Please don't, because we don't want to hear it.
Reading that. Now, she posted this in her IG story, and she said, the same way you get them is how you lose them.
That's true.
Thinking you're winning by getting pregnant with him, who has a newborn, is crazy work.
First of all, you know, from the other perspective, it's not necessarily crazy work if she's trying to get PR and if she's trying to make it come up, because if she is living a certain lifestyle, why would she give up the chance to be with Gelo? Like, she don't care about you and your baby. Like, I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that I agree with it, but I'm saying that there is a space where she don't, like, she would, like, you didn't care allegedly when he was with someone else, so why would she care if you were him? You didn't care. It's the same person, just in a different space. You didn't care when he was with his girlfriend, so why should she care? You know what that's like, allegedly. You know what it feels to be like that. So, like, don't judge her. I'm not saying I agree with it, and I'm not saying that it's true, because, you know, like I said, this could be a PR stunt. So we have to move objectively here.
Remember, she said that people are sending her stuff saying that he's cheating on her. And so I'm assuming it probably has something to do with the new pregnant woman, and maybe her friends or so on and so forth. That's sending Nikki stuff. Because it kind of coincides with this post, like, thinking you're winning by getting pregnant with a man who has a newborn. So I feel like the girl who's pregnant probably has something to do with the exposing of him cheating. And if that's so, that's pretty disgusting. Let me just put y'all on game real quick.
Oh, I have to say something real quick. When I found out her name was Rashida, the other girl, I was like, Lord, finally, Rashida done left Kirk. I was so happy for her. And then it wasn't that situation. So if you felt the same way, comment below. Like if you were like, finally, Rashida done left Kirk. Finally. But we're saddened to realize that that's not what it was. You can comment. All right, let's keep going.
Because I think the whole story is being lost. These men are habitual cheaters, okay? They're never going to wife you, and if they do, they're still going to cheat on you, right? Look at that Dixon lady. And so...
I thought you said something else.
If you simply just get pregnant by a famous athlete, rapper, whatever, just have the baby and collect the child support.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, like, talking about how she think the other girl gonna get up. What you mean she had the same plan as you? She gonna get up, she gonna have his babies, and then when he inevitably leaves her for something different, she gonna collect that check. She did the same thing. You just the next one in line, so you mad about it. But like he knew off of watching you on Love and Hip Hop that you was gonna be on board with it. I'm not saying that I agree with this at all. I'm just coming from different perspectives because this is trifling. I want to be very clear. This is not good. Because at the end of the day, like these are all families that now are being created. So yeah, like okay, you're getting the bag, but like that's a lot to deal with. Now, granted, is it better to deal with that in a luxury condo in Miami than somewhere else? You know, you make that decision. But at the same time, it's just, you know, it's not all glitz and glam in that space. Like, look at Dwight Howard and Royce, what's the name? I'm not trying to be rude. I just can't remember her. Royce. Look at Dwight Howard and Royce, okay? It doesn't always end with the baby mama being on top, contrary to what everybody be posting. So you got to be, you know.
It's going to go to someone else anyway, but at least your bag is secured.
Not always, baby girl.
To coincide
like
getting one of these guys as, you know, getting your meal ticket or making it to the end. No, just know that these guys are passers-by. Let them pass by.
She know that girl. She's just trying to get the sympathy card. She's just trying to get the sympathy card because she was loving the attention with Gelo. And now if he's with someone else, because he got real big, now the attention is going to move from her to the other girl eventually. So she got to, you know, pour stuff in there. I'm so upset about this. That's why I think this is all PR.
Hey, get what you're going to get from them and keep it pushing. He going to end up.
And this is good for Gelo's brand as a bad boy rapper because he has to stop looking like what I perceived him to be as the suburbanite basketball player who is the rebellious child who gets the tattoos, because it doesn't look like their dad likes tattoos. So I'm not going to get into the dynamics of that because I don't, you know, that's none of my business. I'm just saying he gives off like suburbanite, kind of rebellious child, you know, oldest, perhaps son, you know, that's just kind of what it gives. And so perhaps now he's trying to show like I'm a thug, and the way that he can show he really is about the lyrics that he creates is by him creating dysfunctional families by, you know, pumping and dumping, because then he can sing song about like having, you know, garden tools and things, and then people will attribute that to his actual lifestyle. So that's another reason why I think this is PR. I don't believe anything I see in Hollywood.
With somebody else. Stop trying to build perfect family lives with these men. That's not what they want.
She wasn't.
Okay? If you simply just treat them the way that they want to be treated, like used goods, because that's what most of these athletes and rappers are, they're used goods. Treat them like used goods. If you want to get a baby by them, get a baby by them.
That's kind of wild. That's kind of a wild thing to say. She don't really like men.
Cares, right? If you want him just to give you courtside seats, get courtside seats. But stop going on these back end type of conversations trying to be like, oh, look, I got your man now. It's like, he was never my man to begin with. Just get what you're going to get out of him and let him keep going. These men are literal rolling stones. Another day.
No, that's real. I agree with that 1,000%. Let's see, I got another one. Oh, wait. No. I wanted to do this one.
Posting the woman that you left your family for, who is allegedly pregnant, even though you just welcomed a baby with your now ex-girlfriend 2 months.
They know they wrong. Yeah, they know they wrong.
Ago is actually insane. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this right here is D'Angelo Ball. He's a basketball player and rapper. He's the one that...
Okay. I know you're going to be like, is she going to bring this up again? Yes. You can't tell me he ain't fine. And the reason why I keep bringing it up is because it's true. And because that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. You got to be careful with men, period. You got to be careful with partners, period. You got to be careful with a successful partner, even more so. You got to be even more, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. So you got to know what you're signing up for when you get with a fine, successful athlete / rapper. Neither one of those career fields are known for their faithfulness. Okay?
Made the trending song I Might Swerve Bend That Corner, and he was in a relationship with Miss Nikki Baby, who is a well-known internet personality and reality TV star. They are 8 years apart in age, with Nikki being the older one, and they have 2 kids, a boy and a...
Now, don't take that as shade either, because, you know, do what you do, man. Do what you do. I typically, I like older, so I can't say anything, but, you know, I'm just saying. Keep that into perspective too, because it's not as usual for an older woman to go after a younger guy. So that also plays into it. He's younger too, so he's in this spotlight, you know. That's a dangerous combination, man. That is dangerous.
Girl with the baby girl being born this past December. Nikki posted this note to her Instagram.
Oh, we already saw this.
We
don't want to hear it again. We saw it already.
And my healing, because I will get through this. I like ugly. I hope it was worth losing his family. She also said that the girl he left his family for is older than her. So.
Oh shoot! I'm eating the grapes like that because I don't want to chew in your ear because I hate that. What is it with? Because isn't the youngest son, isn't he also dating someone that's older? And listen, I'm not judging, you know, they're of age, they can do what they want to do. But there's a new archetype style coming out of the NFL. I mean, no, they're in the NBA. Coming out of the NBA. Listen, I'm not into sports, okay? I go to sporting live events because I like to be where people are like, wow, celebrating and stuff and yelling, and I just like the competition. I don't really pay attention to sports though. With that being said, so there's like a new archetype of guys specifically from the NBA who end up with older women, like the guy that was with Drea, and these guys now. And hey, if they like it, we love it. But it's just interesting turn of events.
Clearly he has a type. And then he didn't even have the balls to tell her in person that he had gotten somebody else pregnant. She found out over text.
Not over text. Not over text. Oh, Lord. No, he didn't. He texted her. Ain't enough looks in the world. That's why it's okay to acknowledge how somebody looks. But you also have to pay attention to who somebody is. Because this is crazy. Not over text. Hopefully if the only way that text would be, I think, okay, is if they weren't together. If they were broken up and they weren't together and they're just co-parenting, then it's fine. Like, I don't need to have a conversation with you if we're not together for you to tell me that you're having a baby. You know, do that on your own time. But, so yeah, if they weren't together, then, you know, this is fine. I think even the fact if they're not together, the fact that he would have told her, I think is respect. But if they are together, then this is, or if they were together, this is definitely unacceptable and disgusting. If that's the case. But like I said, this could all be PR.
Message. Now, the name of the new girl is Rashida Nicole, and she did clap back earlier today.
See, shout out to my day ones that thought Rashida finally left Kirk, but were left down. Let down.
Hey. I wasn't even going to address this, but I'm tired of people playing victim on the internet.
See, another thing that I don't like is when, like, women, I'm not saying that this is going to be her situation, but, like, when the second woman comes after the first with the children, and then it's so, like, team pro baby daddy, like, y'all don't even know the story. Like, meanwhile, he's a total douchebag. Y'all don't even know him. You don't know anything about him. You know, she keeping the kids from him. She keeping the kids from him. You know, I'm not saying that this is their situation because this is new, but I hate a baby mama bandit, you know.
People move on, things change. Yes, it may not be updated or addressed to the internet because it's not for y'all. People
That's true though.
Private lives. We have real lives out here. You don't know what's going on.
Okay, first off, what is her skincare routine? Okay.
So everybody coming for me and trying to slut shame me and woman shame me, and I'm so sick of that narrative. Like, y'all so quick to blame.
Okay, because like I said, I'm not judging, but like, girl, you, if that is the case and you didn't care about him having a family and whatever, if that was your MO, like, girl, own it. If you gonna act like a garden tool, be a garden tool and be a proud garden tool. We don't care. Okay? And then people in her comments like that, you know, people just have too much time, okay? Because why go on somebody else's page and try to like dog her out and like send threats? It's just weird. I don't know. That's why I'd be like, this is not a real place. I don't know where we are. I don't know where our souls crash landed, but this is not real. Okay, let's keep going because, you know.
Y'all don't know what's going on. People love to play victim for the internet.
That's true too.
Half the time, that lady don't even have.
And I didn't like how Miss Nikki Baby was treating Masika. Okay, so I still have a bone to pick with her from those days. I know that was a show too, but I did not like how Miss Nikki Baby was pulling up on Masika. So, you know, I have a very interesting viewpoint. I'm biased in this situation.
Have her kids. Let's be clear. There is no abandonment over here. Number two, the lady and her family are racist.
The pause, but she about to say they racist.
I don't care what anybody says. She always got the N-word in her mouth. You are not black at all. Well, no, we are not on your side. A house built on another woman's tears will never stand.
That's true too. That's true too. But allegedly Nikki did the same thing. So like, let's not go too hard.
And then Nikki wasn't even talking to her. Like, she was addressing her baby.
She definitely did. She definitely did send direct shots at her in the screenshot that we saw before this video. So she definitely did, sis. And you know, like, if this lady ever watches this, Rhea Dragon, like, she would know. I'm not talking about her specifically, okay? I'm talking about the situation. But she definitely did.
Daddy, as she should. Clearly, she just wanted attention, which is what Nikki gave her when she addressed the part about her.
Okay, so I'm jumping ahead. Okay. Stay in your lane, Yana.
Not being with their kids because she said the only person that's not with their kids is their daddy. This is also sad because LeVar Ball was just speaking so highly of Nikki and...
Look at the body language, though. She's like, granted, I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but like, his head is into her, into Miss Nikki Baby. She's closer, like literally physically touching LeVar and like leaning into him. And then Gelo, I was looking at Lonzo. Gelo's kind of like off. Like literally, this body language is interesting. I'm not insinuating anything at all. I'm just literally noticing that the body language, at least at a minimum, shows that there's some level of friction between Gelo and Miss Nikki Baby.
How she's such a great partner for his son. And
he was just saying that too. And you know what? That could have been the problem. Like I said earlier, it seems like Gelo has some normal, but you know, some rebellion, or even I could say resentment. I don't want to assume, because I don't want to get into the dynamics of their relationship and, put anything out there that's not accurate. But it reads as a son who is rebelling against his father for whatever reason, which is a normal thing that sons do sometimes. And perhaps the fact that LeVar Ball said how much he likes Miss Nikki Baby, perhaps that was the catalyst that was like, oh, well, you like her, so I'm going to do this. And perhaps he's mad at his dad, and that's why he's behaving this way towards Miss Nikki Baby. It's very important, ladies. I'm not saying that that's what it is, but that's what it looks like. It's very important, ladies and fellas out there, that you pay attention to everything, because, they say the sugar honey iced tea goes downhill. So, you got to know what you're dealing with, because you might not even recognize that the way he's treating you is because of his relationship with his dad or his relationship with his mom, and he's taking out whatever on you. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but that's what it looks like.
To do her like that is such a damn shame. Posting the woman that you left.
Yeah, that's real. Did I have another one? No. Okay, let's turn this off. Well, that's all I had to say about that. I kind of hope this is a PR stunt. But if it is, I hope that they don't continue just creating broken families and presenting the baby mama culture like something that should be celebrated. I definitely know that being a single mom is a challenge. And so the thing that they're presenting is this like lavish version of that, but these people have M's, and if they don't have M's directly, they have companies that are backing them, and possibly different entities that are backing them, so that they can push these narratives into community. But being a single parent is hard, and so I don't like how it's been in general, how it's been made such a thing to just like, oh yeah, single parent, it's not a flex. It's sometimes, because I know that this is a touchy subject, and I want to be clear, sometimes it's necessary, and sometimes it's better than the alternative of staying with someone who is a narcissistic turd waffle, So I don't want to be misunderstood at all. Sometimes it's necessary, but it doesn't mean that it's not hard for the everyday person. So I don't like how these people in this Hollywood, and it's an agenda, obviously, that they're keep pushing these single family household narratives. If you guys go back into like the 70s, they were actively pushing single motherhood. They were actively pushing it. Now it's easier for people that are on like welfare and stuff, apparently, as well, to like get more money when there's not a male in the household. There's all this kind of stuff. There are active initiatives to add into the culture single parenthood and broken families, and that's a poison. It takes a village to raise a child, and our villages are being dismantled from the inside out, and then people wonder why we can't make progress as a collective. Race, this ain't about race. It was about race. Let's keep it real. But in general, the collective is pushing this toxic stuff. I don't even know. I got tongue twisted there, but it's not okay. And, there are single parents out here who are struggling, and that's the narrative that keeps being pushed. It's ridiculous. I want to see I want some rappers who are actively participating in their family, okay? It's ridiculous. And it's a cultural problem, because regardless of if this is for PR or not, they are still creating what they're creating. Look at Cam Newton. Look at Nick Cannon. They're just dropping their seeds off everywhere, creating broken families left and right. And I hate to use the word broken, but that's that's just what we call it, because I want to be very sensitive to people but I've already made that point. I've already made the point, so I don't have to keep explaining it. I've already made the point. And though we can't sit up here and act like having single parent households is the best option for children, when you could possibly have a healthy 2-parent household with a village of healthy friends, family, compadres, whoever, babysitters, teachers, doctors, nurses, like just a general healthy community in society. And I feel like part of that starts in the household and how the children are being raised and who is raising them and what they're seeing. And what's being celebrated right now is the men plopping their slongs to every single thing, walking and popping babies left and right. Like, and that's what we're celebrating. It's weird.